Hello my crafty friends, it's Krista here from Second Chance Creation. I'm sharing with you another journal. This is a Victorian Christmas journal. And I don't do too many Christmas journals. I think I've only ever made one. It was only a small one. And because it's a quite emotional journey for me. And I might share that with you one day. Now this is a nice, squishy, soft cover journal. I don't have my ruler with me. That's how organised I am. It measures about 10 inches and I do believe about 6 inches across. And you'll have to excuse my hands because I've been practicing colour dyeing some papers for my new journal with red cabbage. And of course, you know, my eczema's playing up, or dermatitis. So this journal is made from one of my crazy scrap fabric swatches that I made quite a while ago, and I was going to use this for a gypsy journal, but it just didn't lend itself to it. So what it is, I kept all my scraps. I still have a big box full of them. I've got to make some more, and I have some twine in there, some laces, even a little feather, some sort of like a glitter lace, some curtain, a piece of twine here. It's covered with a very strong mesh. In the front, I've used some green file folder, black file folder, because the green was just perfect to what I was after. Because I couldn't get the green colour just right for how I wanted it, so I just thought, oh, I'll just opt for a file folder in the hope I would find one, and I did, so which was great. Some cheesecloth, and this is a cutout from the book that I used. A little clock tells you the time is ticking away, backed onto a bit of corrugated cardboard, getting closer to the 25th of December. Here I've got a little charm, and this was actually of a chocolate reindeer from last Christmas, and it's not plastic, it's a piece of metal. I thought I might keep that and I use it as a charm. It's the only Christmas charm I have, so I've used it in there. And these are coffee dyed appliques, absolutely beautiful. It's a 3 signature. I didn't want to cover up the stitching this time. When I'm always spot on, I like to show it off that I've done a good job there. But this applique was so beautiful, I thought, no, I'll use it, and just to really finish it off, and stitched right around. And like I said, it's a soft cover. 3 signature. Each signature has 10 pages. That equates to, what, 120 sides. So lots of journaling space, lots of flips, lots of paper dolls, lots of tags, lots of tuck spots. So let's venture in. I might just lay that. I'm just going to have a look to see how that looks. I'll just put it down here. That's better. Okay. So each signature starts with a cut off of paper stock that I got, and to put in a paper doll. Isn't she gorgeous? Look at that little puppy. And the chocolate cone and a doll. I remember this. We had them in Germany. And I backed it with some coffee dyed paper. Here I've used her as a tuck spot, and top and bottom. And I made a big journaling card, one of the pages. This was gifted to me by Bonnie and Clive in my last the purchase. You would have seen in my last video. I was going to pop it in here, but I thought, no, I'll put it in here so whoever buys it might like to use it for themselves, because you can put charms on the end if you let it sort of stick out on the top. And so that goes back in there. And I made little tags, my book page, onto a cereal box. And then this tiny little tag here with an eyelet, a little bit of red ribbon here. They're so gorgeous. And I did not have the heart to cut up all of it. So what I've done is I've included a lot of pages from the book, because it tells a little story. You know, it's always good to read something. Here I've made a little pocket, and this is also a fussy cut out, that clock, time ticking away. And this was from a card making set. Of course, I never made the cards, but I kept the vellum. And I think it was for Valentine's Day because of all the hearts. So really excuse my hands, ladies, because yes, it'll take me all night to soak them to get rid of all the colours. Here is one of the pages of the book. Just a little story, Merry Christmas to all, how it was sort of celebrated in Scandinavian. This was a Christmas card, and I just stitched around this and then made a tuck. And here's one of the cards, pictures I made a journaling card out of. Yes, that brings back a lot of memories as well. So, and just topped it with some satin, coffee dyed satin fabric. So yes, so there's lots of, you know, reading in there as well. And then I've made little tabs. You usually put tabs here or tabs there or tabs there. And I thought, oh, let's be different. I'll put the tabs down the bottom. And they were little pictures out of the book. So I used my little 1-inch circle punch to cut them out. So each side has got a different picture. And this was also either gifted to me. It was a pad, Christmas paper, and or was a thrift store. I can't remember. Here I've made a little pocket from a little Christmas paper doily, and just did some, you know, 3 little tags there that you can just. Now I've left all the threads on, give it a bit of a grunge look. So if you don't like threads, feel free to cut them off. Bit of collage, because I don't do digital, so I thought I'd use that as a part of a background. Here I've made a little tucks, a corner tuck, made a tag. Alright, who's been good, who's been bad, and he's waiting to get the okay to go. Little envelope, and here is a little booklet in this, because the pictures were just like that. And I thought instead of cutting them all up in tags, I might just make a little booklet out of it. And I put some really tiny seed beads on the end of that cotton thread. And just, I've got some baking paper, which is coffee dyed on the back. Some of the paper stock. And then January 1903, that was in the book as well. I just did a bit of a collage there. It's a flip out. And look at this. I just couldn't cut it. So I thought I'd let someone else enjoy that. Now, you might say, what is this girl doing now? Well, these pair of legs, or I should say stockings, were in the book as well. And straight away, I thought, I've got to cut them out. And I've fastened them with a brad, left the string here. I was going to put some seed beads on it, but I thought, no, better not. I'll just leave them. They might get caught, you know, between the legs. But you can use it as a bookmark. I mean, how cool. You can even stick the leg out if you like, if you're, you know, really hard to, really want to make sure you find your spot. And, or you can just leave it like that and, you know, you can still see it. So, yeah, so that's what that is. That's a bookmark. I thought you might get a little chuckle out of that one. Okay, another paper doll with St. Nicholas. Couple of tucks, another pocket here, and this scrappy little notebook in here, and a couple of eyelets and bow. And I got this little idea from Wendy Mason. I'm going to leave Wendy's link below in the description box if you don't know Wendy. Look, originally I was going to cut this out and make a tag, and when I saw the rest of it and saw the story, I'm going, nope, not going to happen. Bit of stamping, flip out. And here I've made a pocket with a closure like this. It was from a book page, but instead of folding it over so you end up with upside down and right way up, I decided to cut it so that I've got both sides going the same way. And I think it looks pretty cool. And of course I reinforced it with some of the paper stock. And what I had left over, I just popped on here. Another little tuck spot and paper, and I just put a bit of the Christmas paper on and cut that out of the book, the month of December. This is a clothing tag, okay? They make great tags. Everybody knows about them. And just made some more tags. I fussy cut these out and pop them in there. So there's lots of journaling space here. Like I said, if you don't like threads, chop them off. Very, very heavily coffee dyed, and I think I spritzed some green paint or something on it and just let it do its thing. Decoupage. This is a rose, and I've put all pieces throughout, and it's flowers through the winter. Well, to me it looks like a winter rose. It's absolutely beautiful, and that's part of it. Here's a little gift tag, okay? They don't go to waste. They make really cool little additions. Here's another page. Merry Christmas to all. I mean, you'll see, you know, you'll see why I can't cut it up. Pine cones, a decoupage. Another little tab just here. Here's another pocket, okay? This was a Christmas card that was gifted to me. It was a very well-known paper crafter. That well-known that I can't remember her name, so I'm sorry if you see this, and it's your card, just let me know, and I'll pop the link in the description box. Another little tab there, and because I had a bit of this blue left over, I thought I'll pop it on this side just so that they sort of, you know, match up. Here's the end of the first signature. Another pocket, nice big journaling card just here, okay? And then, of course, second signature, another paper doll. Doesn't it look cute? Look at the boat. Look at that, chocolates. Santa Claus. And backed it up with coffee dyed paper and a bit of collard decoupage there. And deck the halls, yes. Now this is absolutely gorgeous. Now this brings back a lot of memories. And all good, but very emotional. Yeah, dolls and you name it. Chocolates and nuts and, oh, and those candles. Yes, and on the back, deck the halls. So another really, really pretty illustrations. Bit of stamping. Little flip. I made a little flip out of this little picture. Decoupage. Another little tab just there. Just here. This was a Christmas card. Grunted up a little bit, you know, stitched around it. It's made into a flip. Yeah, checking out the time. It's nearly time. Nearly time. Here I've made a belly band out of my circle punch, and I used all the little pictures that were in the book just there. I did a bit of a collage just here, and this was a Christmas card that was gifted to me as well. I'll just pop that in the bag. So I did leave a fair bit of room for you to put your own memories in there. Yeah, another page, just couldn't do it. Celebrating New Year, whoopee, with a wine. This is my favourite. Oh, he's ready there with his mug, and he must have an axe there. He wants to cut it down so they can get closer to the wine. Oh man, you've got to have a laugh. Envelope grunged up a little bit. It was a totally different colour, and I just got rid of that colour. I used what was this? This was onion mesh and avocado mesh, and that was just a normal glitter mesh. A couple of paper doilies, a bit of paper stock, and just embellish it with this little wooden thing that I had floating around. But inside is something different. A German recipe card to make bread, I think. Yeah, to make the first part of a bread. And then I've got this photo out of a magazine about Australian summers, and you know, most of us spend Boxing Day maybe or the holidays on the beach, and this was Bondi Beach, but I can't remember the year, and I should have written it on the back. I will do that next time. But yeah, they're all in their little overcoats there. They're ready to hit the beach. Good luck. They got the share. They got the caps on. Unbelievable. Won't see me walking around with them. So that just tucks in. That's just a little surprise. Another tuck spot. Here's one of the pictures. Little crochet doily edge that I coloured, and a little tag. Doesn't she look like, you know, one of the ladies out of The Little Women, the story of The Little Women. Just reminds me a bit like one of them anyway. Another Christmas card made into a flip. Very heavy coffee dye. I don't know how that pink got in there, but anyway. A bit of that fabric I had left because it's all the branches and the leaves and decoupage holly there. And another gift card. I just put one of the snippets of the book in there. And in here I've got one of my little envelopes. And there you go. You can journal on this, about 10 inches long, I think. So if you run out of space and you forgot about this, you can go back in here and quickly put a note in. Another tab. And another beautiful. This is the same one that I've got here. It's the end of that second signature, the beginning of the third, another paper doll. Okay. Another beautiful page, Joy to the World. Had a bit of that green fringe left. Did with my circle punch, my ruffled satin fabric here. I just coffee dyed it. Here I've got a paper clip, and I've made a little tag just there. More string, I know, more string, and I just used 2 pieces of paper stock, so the paper clip is actually inside those 2 pieces, and so it's much easier then to just pop it on there, back on there, and that just goes in here. Bit of decoupage. Here's another pocket, book page pocket, but I've made that into a little tuck just there. Another page. Look, isn't that gorgeous? I just couldn't cut it up. Bit of stamping, another tab. Centre of signature has got this huge journaling card. Someone gifted me 2 great big playing cards, and so I altered one of them. I put on some masking tape on the background, some paper stock, and I ruffled some baking paper, coffee dyed baking paper. This is of wrapping paper that I waxed, and this is just a bit of paper stock that I had, and it's got a Nicholas tag in it. Okay, and just pop him in back in there, and then on here you've got a little tuck spot with a little tag, just goes in here. In this tuck spot I've got another little booklet, okay, and just finished off with a little bit of rickrack. And this one here, I have a book with 50 Christmas postcards, and they're postcards you can actually send. I've got a couple of people that I'm going to send them to that are overseas. So yes, and I've treated these because they are, you know, I can't find these anymore. I have looked at eBay. I think the odd one is there, and I think it was like $30. Well, I didn't pay that because I've had this for about, probably about 7 years now. So yeah, so that's one of my little original little postcards. Another little cutout from the wrapping paper. I think I've finished with that now. Decoupage, and I had some more of the fabric left. I just popped it on there. They're by Vintage Curtain, and this gorgeous little butterfly snippet out of the book as well. Made another little tuck spot. And here's that beautiful Christmas icy rose. And I just popped it on this music paper. It just, looks absolutely gorgeous. In this music book, you can see the scribbles of who was using it, because were they scribbles? No, I think it was on the other page. But anyway, so it came out pretty cool. Bit of a collage there, bit of a collage there. Another little flip. And some more. I think it's great to read these, and you know, a little bit about other places in the history. The end of the third signature, and here is a pocket, and this was actually a gift bag that was filled with scented sachets of Ocean Breeze, I think it was called. Well, I don't have the sachets anymore, excuse me, and I think they were finished with their smellies last year, but I've kept this, but it still has a scent. So how cool was this? I thought, well, that just fits really nice in here. And I've popped on a huge tag, which was, of course, a Christmas card. And that just goes on the back. And I've popped on some little bows. On the last page, you'll find a library pocket and card from an original book called The Frog and the Pelican. And it was first taken out in 1983. So you got room to journal on. And I just did a bit of stamping, and there's a snippet out of the book as well. It has a couple of tuck spots, but in the back here it's a little bit of extra. I made this little envelope from the baking paper that I coffee dyed, and just popped on some of that coffee dyed satin fabric and some cheesecloth. And so in here you've got more tags, okay? All the ones that I didn't use inside, I thought you might like to put them where you'd like them. This is a clothing tag, okay? And they're just all the pictures, and some more round circle punch out, some more circles punched out, another big tag, and a couple of smaller ones. And they just go in there. And that's just held together with a little bit of tulle, nice and soft. And of course I did a little bit of collage there as well. Okay, so this journal is going to be listed in my Etsy store. Like I said, I've had fun. I enjoyed making all my journals, otherwise we wouldn't be making them. But it was a bit of an emotional roller coaster for me, but that's okay. It's just one of those things. So yes, I do ship international for those that are want to know about international, but you need to contact me first if your country isn't on there. And if your country's not on there, it's because I didn't get any postage details, and I need them before I can actually put it in there. So it's no use having a rough guess and then overcharge you. As long as it weighs under 500 gram, which I don't think it does. If it weighs over 500 gram, I think the postage is like $30 or something, so overseas. And more for Germany as well. In Australia, it'll be a lot cheaper. So, let me know of your thoughts. It's a lovely little beauty. And I'm already, looking at my next project. So, awesome. I enjoyed. And you know what you've got to do. I'm not doing any more crafting tonight. I'm having a night off. I'm going to clean my hands, give myself a manicure, and weekend is time out for me. Until next time, you know what you've got to do. I know what I've got to do. Happy crafting. Bye for now.